Patrick Surtain is not being mentioned in trade talks before deadline.
1 week later,
Broncos open to trading several stars, including Patrick Surtain and Justin Simmons. As soon as we all thought the Cowboys had no hopes of ever getting all-pro corner Patrick Surtain, they reeled us right back in. One of the top corners in the league is on the trade block, and I have to believe that teams around the league are already calling to get a price. But are the Cowboys one of those teams? That's what we're going to talk about in today's video. Let's get into it. The Cowboys made trades throughout the 2023 offseason and even made trades right up until the regular season was set to start. They traded for Brandon Cooks to help their wide receiver room by getting a legit number 2 guy that they lacked last season. I don't think we've seen the Cowboys reap the benefits of that trade just yet, but they made the move and I still think it was a great trade. They traded for Stephon Gilmore, who gave them a cornerback 2 option across from Trayvon Diggs, which ended up coming in handy when Diggs went down with an injury. They gave up a later round pick for Gilmore as a 1-year rental, which does increase the chances that the Cowboys are going to be looking for a corner at the deadline that could possibly be on this team past 2023. The Cowboys also traded Kelvin Joseph straight up for Noah Igbenogany from the Dolphins. They gave up a 5th round pick to draft Eric Scott Jr. They gave up a 4th round pick for San Francisco's quarterback Trey Lance. The Cowboys have made a lot of trades. So why did I start off this video by telling you all of the moves that the Cowboys have made? Because I think it shows that the front office has already made a push to make this roster better. Whether or not it has is still yet to be determined. Right now, Dallas doesn't have a draft pick in round 4, 5, or 6 in 2024. They hold just 5 total picks in next year's draft, and 2 of those are outside the top 200. And we know how much Jerry and company love their draft picks. And that's why I'm making this video, to tell you that I can't really see the Cowboys making a drastic move and moving around even more draft capital to acquire someone at the deadline. I believe that the front office thinks that they've done everything necessary to improve this team up to this point. Now, I think there is on the off chance that the Cowboys try and move one of those 7th rounders. It's probably going to be a name that we've never heard of and isn't going to move the needle and get fans excited for a Super Bowl run. Now, before we continue, let's look at my picks for this weekend's game on Prize Picks. All you have to do is pick if a player will go for more or less than their projection, and you could win this weekend. For this game, I have Dak Prescott for more than 251.5 passing yards, Tony Pollard for less than 63.5 rushing, CeeDee Lamb for more than 70.5 receiving, and Travis Kelce for more than half a touchdown catch. That is a $50 power play that could win $500 if all 4 are correct. When you use my code DoubleMove at sign up, you get a 100% deposit match. Want to deposit $50? Prize Picks will give you $50 more to play with. Even if you just want to try it out and play this weekend, deposit $10, they'll match that as well and give you 10 more to play with this weekend. So head down to the top comment on this video, click that link, and use code DoubleMove when you sign up. Now, let's get back into the video. So with all of these conflicting reports coming out about Pat Surtain being available, the Cowboys' interest in adding another player at the deadline, I'm going to give you my opinion. I'm under the assumption that Dallas feels like it's done everything it can to win a Super Bowl. And I honestly gotta say, I think they're right. I can't be mad at the end of the deadline if nothing happens, because this front office has made moves to make this team better. How many teams have we seen, no matter the draft compensation, go out and trade for a wide receiver 2, a cornerback 2, a top 3 drafted quarterback, a new corner, and then trade up for more corner depth? I would go out on a limb and say not a lot. So if the Cowboys sit around and do nothing at the deadline, I'm not going to be mad. I can't be mad if they don't want to sell their future for Pat Surtain, or give up a 2nd or 3rd rounder for someone like Derrick Henry, which is for some reason a name that's tied to the Cowboys. And don't get me wrong, I'm usually all for trading because I do think it helps your team get better. But right now, with this roster that they've constructed, I can't really justify being mad if they don't. If they do go out and make a trade, I'm not going to be mad. If they give up another pick and it's for a position of need, it'll probably be justified. But the truth of the situation is, this front office has done a lot to win games, and this roster is plenty good enough to win playoff games. By the way, this video is not to break news. This is just my personal opinion on what the Cowboys front office is probably thinking. And my guess is nothing happens before the trade deadline. So don't be surprised if the Cowboys don't get Pat Surtain or Derrick Henry or another linebacker, because the Cowboys should be able to win games regardless. This is a good roster. There's not one hole that you're like, okay, we have to go out and make a trade. So without making a crazy trade, the Cowboys should win this game on Sunday. That's why you should go watch this video right here where I preview the Cowboys versus Rams, set to kick off at 12 p.m. Central Time. Everything you need to know about this game. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you all over there. I love you all.